Hello YouTube, it's the Angry Eradicate here, and today I'll be showing you some more of my Dark Monotype team. Just have a few matchups today to show you. So for this first one, I'm going up against a Steel type team. Got Doublade, Magnezone, Heatran, Skarmory, Scizor, and Excadrill. Steel type's obviously one of the best types in Monotype, so it should be a pretty tough matchup for myself to go in here. So for his lead, I figured he either with Excadrill or Skarmory for rocks, possibly Magnezone for just trying to trap someone. I don't have him get trapped besides Bishop, but Bishop's not really a common lead, so I don't think he would do that. He leads with Magnezone. I'm not really sure why he does. Not really a common lead. He stays in, too, against a Hydreigon, and Volt switches out after the Earth Power. Switches out in Heatran, and he obviously has Air Balloon for that, so he forces a switch because I'm Choice Scarf. And against Mandibuzz, I just want to pop the Balloon, to be honest. He gets a burn with Lava Plume, so that's not very good for me, but he switches out in the Skarmory. I'm going to try to get rocks up, and obviously Mandibuzz can't really hurt Skarmory. So at this point I'm thinking, okay, I can either go in the Hydreigon or I can go in the Crawdaunt and set up. Problem is, with Crawdaunt, once I set up, he's just going to be able to tank one, and he runs Rocky Helmet, which is a pretty common Skarmory set in Monotype. Crabhammer kills him, however, after the Rocky Helmet and a Brave Bird. I'm pretty much dead at this point. He sends out Doublade, and I thought he'd be able to kill me one hit. But he actually goes for Shadow Sneak, so I get a free extra hit off if I was smart enough. However, I don't really know why I didn't go for another Aqua Jet. I guess because it's either Speed's high or I went for a Crabhammer thinking that he wouldn't go for it again. After being the Doublade, my Tyranitar is already super hurt though, so that's not good for him. Doublade's a really good Pokemon, I think. He is bulkier than people expect. He can still hit pretty hard, and obviously Aegislash being banned for Steel-type teams is necessary because when he was around, it was really impossible for other types to really win against him. So he's in Heatran right now. I really wanted to just taunt the Scizor because I don't want it sending up, obviously. Sableye is able to pretty much wall out most of his team at this point. And honestly, once Heatran goes down, Hydreigon, I can really just go in with him and use Flamethrower. That's the one thing I have against Steel-type teams is Hydreigon between Earth Power and Flamethrower. I can just check to the one that's going to work better, and it really works pretty well. I wanted a free switch here, let Mandibuzz all die off, and go into Hydreigon, get a free Earth Power. He's really stuck. He can't really switch out to someone else because besides Scizor, I can switch back out into Mandibuzz, and he kind of got trapped at that point. Bug Bite does a lot to Scizor to Bishop more than I thought it would. Sucker Punch just doesn't do enough, and he obviously finishes off Bishop. I send out Sableye. Not much his team can really do at this point. I can just Will-O-Wisp stuff and kind of wall it slowly down. Yeah, it doesn't. At this point, his team's kind of done, as long as I don't miss Will-O-Wisp like 3 times in a row. But I hit it here, luckily, get that down, and it's just a few turns until Excadrill's kind of just stalled out. Yeah, these fights with Sableye, they usually take a while because it's just, they don't always pick the move right away, and that kind of bothers me. I'm like, just pick the move, you know what's going to happen, just kind of stall them out. It's kind of awkward. Sometimes people will chat with me, they're like, come on dude, why are you doing this? I'm like, well, I need a wall for my team, and Sableye is one of the only good options as a wall on a Dark-type team. Works really well with Mandibuzz and Tyranitar. I got another recovery here, which is a slow stall war at this point, just trying to chunk it out, and I can do the same thing against Scizor too. Yeah, it's just Sableye is really the most important player on my team. There's so many physical sweepers and all that. Once he gets a Will-O-Wisp on it, the team's pretty much done, or that sweeper's pretty much done at that point. There's not much he can really do. Switches out in the Excadrill. I guess he just one of those high stall, some Will-O-Wisp PP, doesn't really matter. Either way, he's going to lose at that point. I just recover here. I don't really know why. I probably could have just Nightshaded, although that is the Will-O-Wisp anyway. He goes into Scizor. I want to get the Will-O-Wisp up obviously right away, but even if he dies, once he's burned, he can't kill Hydreigon with a Bullet Punch or a Bug Bite because I'm faster. And I don't want him roosting or Swords Dancing up. I think he's Bullet Punch and Bug Bite, and then Swords Dance, Roost. I'm not sure if people usually run Bug Bite. I think it's usually, I guess if you're setting up Swords Dance, you don't want to U-turn out. I don't really like Scizor that much. I know he can be a big pain to deal with, but I never really felt like a need to use him on a team. Kind of a waste of a Mega Slot. I prefer the regular Choice Band, personally. And that is GG. Only a 35-turn battle. Alright, for this next fight we got a normal type team, and it's more of an offensive one than you usually see. You usually see defensive normal types with a Chansey and like a Porygon 2. His only real wall is a Porygon 2. Everything else is more offensively based. Especially the Ditto. You usually don't see a Ditto for these, but I guess that's commonly run. For the lead, I thought he'd lead with like a Kecleon or a Ditto. Those are pretty standard leads for him. He leads with the Kecleon, and he switches out. Doesn't want to get that burned, obviously. Into his Ditto, which is kind of weird. I mean, you don't want your Ditto getting burned either, because if you go after Crawdaunt sets up and you want to steal that, you can't now with the burn. I taught him afterwards because it forces him to switch out, even though my Sableye will get burned in the process. He goes into his Porygon 2, and that gets Prankster, so that's a good move on his part. I go out in the Crawdaunt because I didn't think he would have Charge Beam, which he sadly does, but I end up being able to get a free Swords Dance up afterwards because I'll tank too. And then Knockoff just doesn't kill, depressingly, and then my Crawdaunt goes down. Hydreigon, he gets a cover up. I forgot about Prankster there, and he doesn't go for a second one, which is kind of on him on that one. He made a good predict earlier, but there, I don't know what that guy was thinking. I guess he didn't want me to get a crit or something, but it doesn't really matter. His Kecleon, now that it switches to a fire type, I can kill it because obviously not very effective anymore. And that's Kecleon down. He goes into his Pidgeot, and Pidgeot's obviously a Mega 1, and that's always seems to devastate my team. I can never really beat Mega Pidgeots that easily. My team's never really built around stopping them. Especially this one. He ends up running a Feather Dance set, and that kind of really messes over other physical sweepers because obviously after that I'm not going to do that much damage. I mean, it still has 35%, but he probably runs Roost, so I thought I switched into Bishop, which he does. And I had Defiant, so he's not able to Feather Dance me down. I don't get any boost, which is kind of depressing. I can't take advantage of that, but at least I'll stay neutral. I don't Sucker Punch here for some reason. I guess I didn't think he had Heat Wave. I really don't know what I was thinking at that point. I can go into Hydreigon though, and Dark Pulse. That'll finish him off. And once I take care of Ditto, I can really just Dark Pulse that, and I have Sableye for Snorlax, so it's really not that big of a deal. Even though Draco Meteor misses here, it doesn't really matter. For once, I'm getting some hacks in a fight, so I was kind of happy when I did this. Yeah, you see Draco Meteor only does 33%. It's not going to matter because even if you hit again, it's not going to do even like 30%. And then he'll just die from all this stuff. He switches out, which is a really big mistake on his part. This guy has a few things to learn. Not to really switch out when your thing's about to die anyway. I guess he wanted to save it. But even now, I can switch out into Hydreigon. He actually predicted and didn't go for the Earth Power, but the Stone Edge misses. Wouldn't have killed anyway, because he's burned. Like I said, you don't want your Ditto getting burned if you're going to copy a physical sweeper. And at this point, it's just GG, because I can just taunt this, burn this, and he won't be able to do anything. Yeah, Gunk Shot at +1, 37%, it's easy. I can just burn him here, even if it misses. T-Tar and Hydreigon together could take him down. Yeah, Sableye is such a critical point. I'll say that 100 times if I have to. Without Sableye, this team would not be getting the wins I get. And it's still not that good of a team. I have a lot to learn for this team. Trying to use Hydreigon a little more efficiently. Get some more predicts on that. Gotta work on that. And, yeah, Gunk Shot only does 20%. That's just GG. And this guy forfeits. Yep, forfeits. I got one more fight to show you guys. Alright, so we got a Dark Team here against a Dark Team. So this is a matchup I was really looking forward to doing. Always fun to have the same Monotype team. It really shows off which team is better built. He has an Umbreon, Houndoom, Sharpedo, Tyranitar, Hydreigon, and Sableye. So 3 of the same members, but 3 different ones are actually kind of different if you think about it. All of his sweepers are kind of different besides Hydreigon. T-Tar I thought was obviously... Actually, I thought his Houndoom was going to be Mega. Usually you don't see a regular Houndoom being played. I could have seen Sharpedo being Mega too, but Houndoom's really not as good, in my opinion, without being Mega. For his lead, I really didn't know what he was going to lead with. I thought he might lead with Sableye or T-Tar. I mean, Sableye should have come in lead. He does. That's why I went with Hydreigon. He runs a Confused Ray Sableye, which is something you usually don't see. I luckily don't get confused, and I slam with a Draco Meteor, gets the kill. Switch out into T-Tar when he brings his Hydreigon in. Dragon Pulse isn't going to do enough to really scare me. I can just Mega Evolve here. Earth Power only does 30% too. So T-Tar is going to be able to kill this thing. He tries Flash Cannon, but it's pretty much the same thing as Earth Power. It's going to do about the same amount of damage, but they're super effective. Only still do about like 25%. Obviously, Sharpedo is going to kill with Aqua Jet at 15%. Gets a free speed boost up on him. Good for him. On the Sableye, he protects here. And Will-O-Wisp, obviously not going to matter when he gets Protect. although I'm priority over him, so he switches out smartly in the Houndoom. I thought he would do something like this, so I thought, okay, I'll go for a Nightshade, get some damage up. His Houndoom will now be at 32% because I get 2 Nightshades. Obviously, Sable, I can't take a +2 Houndoom. Even though I'm specially invested, it's not going to matter. Hydreigon gets the Earth Power off, finishes him off. Since on Umbreon, this thing is a gigantic pain in the butt for defensive teams or balanced teams to fight. Even though I get to predict here in the Bishop and get no Toxic on me, obviously, I still can barely do any damage to him. Confuse Ray, big pain in the butt to deal with. He was complaining in chat, actually, like being like, I have it hard. It's like, I don't think you have it that bad, dude. He gets a free Curse Up, however, as Mandibuzz, I can just whirlwind them out of the place. As long as I don't hurt myself like 5 times in a row. Wouldn't have been surprised if it happened like that. I have pretty bad luck. I'm sure you guys can relate sometimes. He goes in the Sharpedo, and one does like 14% with Aqua Jet. Not going to do that much. At this point, he's kind of messed over now because besides T-Tar, he doesn't really have a really big threat to my team. Mandibuzz can wall everything besides T-Tar. I think I let Mandibuzz die, however, sadly. I wasn't really seeing a Thunder Wave come, and then Foul Play does like nothing, and obviously 2 Stone Edges back to back are going to kill. I couldn't afford to switch out in anything, so let that die off. Hydreigon just almost one-shots from where he was, not really. He gets the Paralysis up on Hydreigon, but I finish him off. Thank God I wasn't paralyzed there. Would have been game-changing there. He goes for the Confuse Ray, confuses me. I hurt myself, kind of. He was about to get some hacks eventually. I don't like relying on Confuse Ray and Paralysis. I had a Togekiss once that would rely on the Paraflinch. That worked pretty well, but sometimes when you get let down by that, I don't like to rely on like percentage chance. I'd rather have like a guaranteed chance of me winning or they're winning based on skill. And it's GG, I guess. They weren't going to win anyway. I had Bishop and Crawdon still. So thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed my Dark Monotype team. Comment what team you want me to do next. I have a UU team, Uber's team. I'll do another Monotype team. I like doing Monotype teams. I think I have a few normal videos saved up. Or if you want me to try out something else, I'm definitely up for that. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Get some discussion going in the channel, on the chat. See you guys later.